Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome on in. Happy Friday. Welcome, everybody. Good to have y'all out here. How are we doing? Oh, it's wonderful to see you. Welcome. Oh my gosh, we're back. It's time for some more Minecraft. I've been working like crazy. Got some new stuff going on, and it's really cool. And we got. Oh, my hair's doing something today. We got a big old road we gotta build today, and for that, first we gotta gather all the materials to make our. What is going on in my hair? It's just not wanting. It's just wanting to be forward. Okay, alrighty, there we go. Be sure to leave a like on the stream if you have not already, my friends. I very much do appreciate it. We got the Friday stream numbers in here. It seems like the last few Friday streams, and I've been talking to some other people. Everybody's like Friday viewership is just like woo. So we got a chill stream today. So if you are in here, I very much do appreciate it. Thank you all so much for spending your Friday with me. And if you wouldn't mind leaving a little cheeky like on there, I very much do appreciate that as well. And Steadifier with the gifted membership an hour and a half before stream started. Again, as always, on schedule. Thank you so very much if you're still in here. And Kayla, thank you so much for the 3 months. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Watching Minecraft while playing Minecraft. Hey, you know, that's the way to do it. How you doing, Mike? Welcome on in. Little Peach, what's going on? Marcel, how we doing? Kacha, what's going on? Happy birthday. Hey, was somebody's birthday in here? Was somebody's birthday? If it was somebody's birthday, happy birthday. My birthday was like a month ago. You're a little late on that one. A month and a week. I like being early. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Please don't feel like obligated to have to keep it up as like a trend or something, but I very much do appreciate it. Friday stream before traveling for a birthday. Ooh, Lulu Goblin, have fun. How you doing? Welcome. Star Candy, what's up? Lauren, how you doing? First stream watched from college. Ooh, hope college is fun. Gotta make all the new friends and everything. Gotta go out there and be social and all that stuff. Oh boy. Provide, thank you so much for the 8 months. I really do appreciate it. Can't believe how time flies. I finally got a job after looking for a few months, so here's to many more. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Very, very happy for you. Very happy for you. I know you've been around the community for a very long time, so glad to have you back. Welcome. What should I build after my starter house? I like to build like I feel like I go starter house, and then I go like a storage shed, and then I go a mine, some sort of mine entrance, and then some sort of like a blacksmith. Just seems on par to me. Because like you bring the materials up, and then you have a blacksmith where you forge all the armors and everything, and then from there you can do like an enchanting thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be you can put an enchanting table before in your starter house and everything like that, but I like to do that. Like, as I like to think of my builds kind of go in line with the Minecraft progression. When I get started, I just kind of extend it and I move things out of my starter house into their own independent buildings. So you can do that. That's a way to do it. I'm the girl with 28 rats. Remember me. I do, Zoe. I do. Helen, how you doing? Hello. Rumble Bumble, what's going on? Messing with villagers on the member server while trying to make dinner. Gotta love it. Hey, you know what? Villagers are gonna villager. What can you do? Fallen Feathers Collective, thank you so much for becoming a supporter. I really do appreciate it. Nice to be here again. Hope you're good. I am doing good. It's been a good Friday so far. I am so sore though. I got my butt kicked in a workout yesterday, and so today I've been hobbling around trying to get moving and everything again. So cry. Yeah. When working with villagers, step 1 is cry. Step 2 is try and get a villager in a boat. Step 3 is be annoyed that the boat can't go up in terrain and you're 1 block below where you need to be. And then step 4 is cry again, and then you repeat. Starting with step 1 also being crying. So there's 2 crying steps in there. It's just part of it. Ashley, thanks so much for the dono. Me and my 8-year-old son loves watching you. Hey, hello to both of you. Welcome on in. Lovely to have you. 8-month-old son. I think I said year. Hello. Oh my gosh. 2 simultaneous cries. Yeah, that's the way to villager. It's true. It's very much a very part of it. Can't wait for fWhip's own sick road through the desert. Yeah, we could go through the desert. That'd be pretty cool. You could build a road out of cake, and then you could have everything else be cookie texture. There you go. That's like, or gumdrop buttons. I guess we don't have that. You can do that with concrete, maybe frog lights. There you go. You could do that. I have a villager making on an island. I had to build a wall because they kept trying to swim to the next village over the river if I didn't place a bed fast enough. Yeah. Been there. That's why I only build villages really far away from other villages, or if it's too close, I remove the beds in the original village and send them out. Cake Road sounds cursed. Yeah. But if you get hungry while you're traveling, you're set. Why not just do the water bucket trick to move up a block at a time in the boat? You can't. I think that's only on Bedrock, or I don't know how to do it. I know on Java you have to use a piston to like move your boat up, and you use a button. Like that's how I see everybody doing it on Java. I know on Bedrock you can use water to take a boat up, but you can't do that on Java, I believe. Add a cake randomly on the desert. You think I have a cake in this world? Come on now. What am I, a crafter? No, I'm a builder. Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? No, I've never done like an actual D&D campaign. I've watched a few of like the ones on Twitch. Like I've watched a few of the Critical Role streams, and I'm like, this is really cool, but I don't know if it's really like for me. And I'm not super into the role-playing side or anything like that of most things. If you've watched any of the series with like Empires and all those, my role-play level is very basic and very beginner. Very, very basic. I mostly just like to play Minecraft and have to have an excuse for why I'm building something. That's the extent that roleplay goes. Also, Cass, thank you so much for becoming a supporter. Aline, thank you so much for becoming a member. Tier 1 member, I do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Also, I think I missed it. Alex X, thank you so much for the 2 months. So excited I can afford to be a member. Hey, make sure you're taking care of yourself first, and then you can contribute to the channel if you got extra funds and if you want to. But please make sure you're taking care of yourself first. But I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I think I got everybody, so I think we got a lot of work to do. So it's time to get on into the Minecrafts and things. We got projects to do today. We've got a big old road to build, and I got shulker boxes of stuff we got to fill. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be busy. We got a lot of materials to get as we're going. Jay, thanks so much for the 4 months at tier 1. Been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. I'm the only barista available for early shifts. Glad to be back though. Hey, you know what? I'm sure there's a lot of people in the morning who are extremely dependent on you making their coffee. So thank you for doing that and making sure they are able to get through their day. What did you hear about X-Life? Did you hear about X-Life season 2? I did. I spoke with Joey about it. If you saw my tweet being like, I didn't even know this was a thing. He sent a message in the original X-Life Discord, and you can imagine being a content creator, and we have a Discord for every series and every different thing we're a part of. So I'm currently, I know some of you are gonna be like, that's rookie numbers, but I'm a part of like 70 or 80 Discords. So after a series ends, I put it in an archive folder, and just kind of, it just goes away. It just kind of sits there doing its thing. And I didn't see the ping originally where he had asked people if they want to join. It's not going to be something I'm joining anyways. I just don't think it's for me. I'm just too busy right now, and I can't even keep up with New Life, so I shouldn't bring in another modded series. Modded, I realize I'm just not a huge fan of modded, so I don't know. But anyways, I do know X-Life Next Gen is going on. It's not season 2. I think season 2 is a bad way to phrase it, but there is an X-Life series going on right now. They're using more or less the same mod pack too. But yeah, X-Life Next Gen is out there. There's only 2 or 3 returning creators, and I think it's Joey and Megan, and I know there's a few others that talked about going back and doing it, but I don't know if they decided to or not. So I don't want to throw out any names and get people's hopes up of people being on that series or not. But we got to take all these down here, all the mushrooms. And then after that, we're going to replant this whole place with red mushrooms and grow those up so that we can use the red mushrooms for building the roadways. I want to keep the brown mushrooms as building blocks because I use them in the buildings themselves. And I know I could just be gathering double amount of these, but I don't know. For some reason, my brain says keep them as 2 separate blocks. I think red mushrooms are technically shorter too, so it should be easier to run around on the floor and gather instead of needing to fly on top of them. Mushroom block harvesting makes my brain go brr. It's true. It's the way it goes. Brooklyn, thank you so much for coming to support. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta make sure we get all these brown mushrooms though, because we use a lot of brown mushroom blocks. I'm amazed at how many brown mushroom blocks I actually use for building in this game. I'm kind of curious to know what the stat is. I'm also too lazy to go find it right now. But I'm assuming we have a few thousand brown mushrooms used in this world so far. As in the block, not the mushroom. Aha. Okay, one more to chop, and then we can plant the new ones. Yummy mushroom. Yummy, yummy. And I think the red mushrooms will be able to actually grow in this area better because they're a little bit smaller. So some of the brown mushrooms just don't grow when we try and use the bone meal system of all this stuff. So I'm curious to see if all of the red mushrooms will grow or not. Okay, we're gonna throw them all in this empty. Actually, I'm just gonna throw these all in here for now. Because these empty boxes that I have 2 empties. Those are gonna be for picking up sand later. I'm gonna turn the music down just a touch. Whatever happened in the hardcore Skyblock series, full honesty, it was one of those series that I was doing for fun while it was going on and while it was doing well, like while it was getting views and things like that. And Skyblock is one of those ones that does very, very well for the first few episodes, and then the view drop off was very, very steep, like steeper than I was expecting it to be. So it just didn't make sense for me to be recording that series anymore. And then I also kind of lost motivation for it. I try to not do series based on views, but you also can't deny it being part of my job that is part of being a creator, is having to make the decisions of what series to run and what to not run. Okay, flipping the lever. Yay! Oh, it's working so much better.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, yes. Please grow. Are they all grown? Looks like it. Yes. But anyways, hardcore Skyblock probably not coming. At this point, it would only come back if it's a new series. And yeah, so it's just one of those aspects of being a creator. Sometimes you gotta have short series. Not every series I do has to be a year-long series or whatever. So it's okay. It was fun while it was going on, and I want to make content that I'm interested in, not content that is like I feel forced to do. And at the last Skyblock episode, I was very much feeling like I don't want to be recording this. And I think that very much can show in recordings when you watch a YouTuber who you can kind of tell when YouTubers are doing things because they feel like they're getting a paycheck out of it versus doing it because they love it. And I don't want to fall into that boat. So sometimes series are going to end. I probably should have mentioned in the last one, but I didn't know that was going to be the last one, so I didn't want to throw and be like, this is the last episode, and then come back and do another one, because I just didn't know if I was going to do another or not. So I kind of silent goodbye some series. Yeah, you don't want your artwork to feel like work. That's a big part of it. You have to follow where the inspiration goes, and the inspiration for me was not there. And also, it's one of those things that was like 5-6 hours a week to record and get that, and it just caused so much extra stuff in the schedule that it was hard to keep up with. So it's the way it goes. Sometimes things don't work out well, and it's just scheduling. I only have so many hours, and I'm trying to play less hours of Minecraft in a week. Trying to learn this whole work-life balance thing. Still learning. Haven't figured it out yet. Fair, thanks to honesty. Yeah, I try to not hide things from y'all. If something's going on, I'll usually give you all a heads up. It might be a little while beyond, but I usually explain everything eventually. It is hot in my office today. Woo. If you have not already, please be sure to leave a like on the stream, my friends. Very much helps me out, especially when we got quieter stream days like this. Everybody who can leave a like on the stream, it very much helps with getting the word out there for the algorithm and everything like that. So thank you, everybody who has taken the time to do it. Are you going to return to New Life, or are you just going to stay in hardcore? Probably just stay in hardcore, to be honest. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I think where things are standing right now with the group, because the group is very much burned out. We should have taken time off between starting New Life and ending Empire Season 2. Like, that's just, y'all can see it as viewers that, like, the interest level in New Life is very, very low, and then you add in all the server issues and things like that we just couldn't control, didn't know about going into it. It made it very difficult to play. Like, one of the main reasons Joey started New Life Next Gen is he literally could not connect to the server we were using for, or he started X Life Next Gen, is because he couldn't connect to the server because of some weird connection issue. Or if he did connect, he was getting booted every few minutes. So like you can't record content with that. So he was like, yeah, I'm done. I need to go find something new. I didn't have that extreme of issue, thankfully. But yeah, we should have taken more time off in between. It was something I tried to push for because I kind of saw it coming, as we were all pretty burned out when we were ending Empires. And then to go right back into the new one, I was like, guys, I don't know about this. And then they're like, nah, it's fine. It's like, I don't know. So it's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. That it happens. We're human. Feel for Joey? Yeah. Playing on a Minecraft server where you get kicked off when you don't want to be getting booted out is very frustrating. It was happening for me every 2 hours on New Life, and that for me was enough to be like, I'm done. I'm done. Especially when you have modded and it takes a few minutes for the instance to boot back up. And like, if you're in the middle of thinking out an idea or something, you're in the middle of building, or even a time lapse, more so for me. And then you get to the point where it's just like, and recording, boom. And you're like, there goes my entire, I just lost the entire train of thought I was on. Okay. Let's grow one more round of these, and then we'll just go until we can finish that shulker box off, and then that should be more than enough. You're doing season 3 of Empires. There's no plans in the motion right now. The thing I will say is season 1 was very successful because it was a new idea. It was great. And season 2, I wouldn't consider it a flop, but it definitely didn't have the same grasp that season 1 did, just because we didn't innovate. We just did the same thing again, and that was great the first time and everybody enjoyed it, but then you have the expectations set so high for a season 2, and then also now that a season 2 was not the best, the expectations for a season 3 are probably going to be more extreme. And so I had less direction. I feel like, yeah, it's because we tried doing things different, but then also tried, we ourselves had like the expectation of making something so much better and grander that we even we over-engineered it to the point where season 1 did very, very well because it was very natural. Nothing big that happened in season 1 was planned. Where everything big in season 2, we were like, how do we think out this storyline to have it make sense? Instead of just playing the game and seeing what happens from there. So if season 3 were to happen, it's not going to happen in the same shape or form that season 1 did, or season 1 or 2 did. So I don't know. We haven't decided if we're going to run it back or anything like that. Some people are interested, others are not interested. And I think it's one where if the whole group was in and the whole group was committed to a new idea and a new way of doing things, it could be good. But also it's one where we might take the idea of Empires and spin it into a new type of series and under a new name and things like that. Because I don't know, anytime you add season 2, 3, blah blah blahs, it gets weird. I mean, it's the same thing as like you're not going to start watching a TV show on season 3. Like if you didn't watch season 1, you're not going to start season 3. And if you didn't watch season 1 or season 2, you're not, even though we're playing different characters and everything like that. So it might come back under like a new name and a new concept eventually, but I'm not sure. You watch anime? Not really. Not so much anymore. I like animated shows, but I don't really like all of like the tropes that come with anime, if that makes sense. There's too many cringy things in anime that I'm just like, why was this, like, the story was great without this, why did we add this? Why was this added in here? And I can't get beyond those. Like, they really take me out of like the story. So I don't know, not too much. Maybe if it was more like a D&D campaign where all the main story and things were planned out, but everything else was just freely added in. I mean, that was how season 1 operated. The season 1 operated in, hey, we're gonna jump on the server. Everybody has their empire. Everybody has their unique resource. Everything else beyond there, if you want resources, you have to work with the other people. You cannot build the farms that the other empires control. And also you, like, here were a few other limitations. And then also, like, let's have wars, basically. let's like fight against each other and see who's gonna win and see where that goes, and just make something enjoyable for the audience to watch. And that was the extent of the planning in season 1. Everything else was just natural. And then season 2 came in, and we were like, okay, there were like people had already had pre-established alliances before we even started the series, and then those were never broken up or really changed over the entire season. That kind of caused an issue for it. So just different ways of doing things. Do you think you ever do another life series like Afterlife and X-Life after New Life? I'll be honest, for me, the answer is leaning towards no. Some other people might do one, but I think I'm pretty done with that concept. It's one that if we do another modded series, I want to do something other than Origin or just life-based things. I think it just is something that needs a new twist to it. Afterlife and New Life felt too similar. The only change that really I feel like is between them is the fact that we have create mod, and that for me was fun for a while, and then I was like, eh. But Origins to me are not super fun because I find them more restricting than they are fun to work with. Or you get an Origin that you absolutely love, and then you die and you get a new one and you're like, I can't do anything. So it's really hindering. And sometimes it's fun to play Minecraft with an extra added challenge. But when you add in a lot of the rules of like, we have flying Origins on here, and so to make those impactful and their power actually matter, we've removed the ability for Elytros to spawn in the end dimension. Like that type of stuff, in theory, when you're looking at it, really fun, really cool. But when you play the game like I play, and I like to build big structures, I like to get blocks that are found all over the world, and there's a lot of travel time to go do that, and then you remove the ability to travel quickly, that becomes just a huge hindrance, and the time to record a video and all that, it's not fun. So it takes I've realized the Origins for me take a lot of the fun out of the game. I would rather just play a mod pack with pretty blocks added in and just do that than having all the extra stuff. Yeah, not having an Elytra for building makes things so much harder. It was fine when I had the Trickster Origin because I could teleport. But then the new Origin I got, the little fairy, that thing has constant slow falling to it. So the ability to land on things and whatnot, and it's like flight cooldown was so bad, and then if I used a rocket, it quite literally killed me. I did some testing to make sure it was actually killing me instead of just like doing half my health, and yeah, it literally would explode you and instantly die, unless you had like full blast protection armor. So the flight for that was really bad. You could only fly once every 30 seconds, and then you had slow falling, so you couldn't get any momentum going to move quickly, so the flight was actually slower than running on the ground. It just meant you didn't have to go over terrain obstacles. So I was like, this is not the best. Creep mod solo series when? Probably not. I feel like I got the create mod desire to play out of my system, and then because I got to the point in create mod where we were talking about it last stream, where there's just so many steps to go through and so many things all over the place that was just like, it was like anxiety inducing to build things with create and try and get all the contraptions built and all the pieces to put them together and everything like that. And I know the more you get into it, the more you can automate and not have to deal with those steps of it. But like the amount of effort it would take to get there, which for me, I feel like modded Minecraft doesn't make the best content when you're focusing on the technical side of modded Minecraft, because that only appeals to people who can play modded Minecraft, and so therefore the entire Bedrock community can't enjoy it. Sure, Bedrock can't play hardcore, but Bedrock players can do anything and everything I'm doing in this game. Maybe some of the little technical farms I build are Java specific because redstone mechanics are different, but everything is very approachable, and you can like understand what I'm doing. Especially because on the redstone farms, I really fly through those on here. They're only a means to the end. Like, it's not like I make a whole video about building a redstone farm, unless it's something like a wither farm. Wither skeleton farm, I should say. Who did I miss? See Whizzle, thank you so much for the 7 months. Mushroom block is the secret to a great build. It's true, it's true. Bales, thank you so much for becoming a supporter. And some call me Law. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Single player worlds are so much cozier to me. I love a good SMP episode. But I'll take single player episodes every day, please. Yeah, I think YouTube in general right now, like Minecraft YouTube, is very much favoring single player worlds too. I think that's kind of true across the board. Is one of the only successful SMPs right now that is running is Hermitcraft, and that's because Hermitcraft just has a strong core audience of a few 100,000 people that will watch anything and everything Hermitcraft. But outside of that, there's no SMPs that are not purely live stream SMPs that are actually getting decent number of views. Like, the way to grow on YouTube right now is single player content, and the way to like be very sustainable on YouTube is also single player content. SMPs only work if you like, an SMP audience rarely grows, and if anything, it just diminishes over time. And like Hermitcraft is like the only anomaly in that. Lifesteal? I mean, yeah, Lifesteal is mostly live streamed though, right? Also, I don't know much about Lifesteal, but I know some of the people on there, like I've heard their names, but I don't know too much about them. How much? I wanted to fill this with logs. We're getting there. We're getting there. Would I ever join Hermitcraft if I had the chance to? At this point, no. I think I am very established in my brand and everything I enjoy doing, and I really enjoy my group of friends that I have on YouTube. And from knowing a few people on Hermitcraft, the time commitment to be on that series is so large. If you want to be involved with it at all, you have to basically, that has to be your main content, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have my main content be an SMP series. I want my channel to be largely single player focused with like a dash of SMP for some fun on the top. Mostly as like I just like to hang out with my friends, and a lot of my friends are content creators, and so being able to record content with them and do that is fun. I really enjoy that side of things, but for the most part, single player is like where my channel finds a lot of success, and so it's kind of a lot of where I want to stay with my content. Oh, hi buddy. I'm just gonna nap. Oh, hello. Can I just do a little nappy? How's your talk with Mog? It was good. It was really good. He's a nice guy. So I've done chats like that before, and a huge shout out for Mog Swamp. I don't know if he's in here hanging or not, but huge shout out with him. I've done a few chats like that before. Like I used to offer through my Patreon, and for a while for YouTube members, a YouTube consultation thing. I still kind of offer it, but it's more chat based instead of jumping on a call based, just because I just ran out of time to be able to do it with so many people. So we had to I transferred and kind of took a step back from it. But anyways, regardless of all that, I've chatted with a bunch of people who have asked for channel advice, small creators, big creators, and whatnot, who have kind of just asked for me how I do things. And a lot of people come into the calls and are like, how do I get more views? And that's all they want to know. Is they're just not like, hey, how do you do things? How do you run through your day? And all that. They're just like, can you make me get more views on my channel? What type of, and they're like, what video should I record next? I'm like, that's not what this is for. This is for like a concept thing. I can't, like, if I tell you what video to record next, you're going to come back to me after and be like, okay, so I did that. What do I do now? And I'm like, why don't I just run your channel for you? And yeah, so anyways, regardless of all that, Mog came in with a bunch of awesome questions that literally, like, none of them, absolutely none of them were like, can you just like tell me how to get more views or blah, 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 like that. It was very much like how to have a healthy lifestyle of being a creator. And it was really cool. It was good chatting with him. He seemed very prepared coming into it, and I just really appreciated that. Use the road. We haven't built the road yet. We're getting blocks to be able to build the road right now. Show your resource pack. It's my own resource pack. You can get it if you're a tier 1 member or up. It's just the fWhip foliage upgrades. There's a video on the second channel if you want to see more into it. Would you do some Q&A on stream? That's what we've been doing this whole time. We almost got 1,000 viewers. Oh my gosh. We're not even at 600 likes though. Come on, chat. I'm just kidding. But yeah, please leave a like. I very much do appreciate it. Everybody who takes the time to leave a like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea how much it does help me out, so I very much do appreciate it. Wow, a live profile that's actually live on Minecraft YouTube live streaming? I know, it's rare. It's so rare. Dude, I talked to YouTube about that a while ago, like literally with their live dev team and my partner manager, and like on a call with them, and I was like, you guys, these are all breaking terms of service. Like every single one, if you read your terms of service, it can't be pre-recorded content. It has to be live content. Why don't you guys shut these down? And their answer verbatim was, we shut them down and they come back on a new channel, so it's not worth it. I was like, you realize they come back on a new channel with 0 subscribers? And they won't get anywhere. And I was like, and most of them are view bots. Like nobody's watching them. They're all getting view botted. Look at them. They're all at 346 viewers. Like that's pretty suspicious. And they're like, yeah, but if we just shut them down, they'll come back with 346 viewers again. I'm just like, just build a better system. Like you're just making it worse for the actual people who want to stream on here. I've been talking with Jimmy a bunch, and YouTube live stream is just not in a good place. It's very worrying moving to YouTube for live streaming. I know we've almost been here for 2 years now, and I moved because I was so hopeful of the future. And it's one of those things where I have a little bit of regret about leaving Twitch and moving over to here, because YouTube is just, they're not doing a good job, and any feature that they have pushed out recently is all geared towards vertical live streaming, like live streaming for shorts feeds and things like that, and it's just, I don't know, I don't like it. There's so many things that they could do to be simple, very, very simple wins, and they just haven't done them. Yeah, Sausage literally quit YouTube live streaming to go back to Twitch because of how bad it is. Sausage for the last little while, unfortunately, was at the point where on YouTube, if he was live streaming on YouTube, he was actively harming his channel. During his live streams and after, his views were going down across his channel and he was losing subscribers. So him streaming on YouTube was hurting his channel, and which is really, really bad. So, I mean, when the fact of going live on here actively harms your main channel, like what your videos and everything like that you're doing, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And it's also true. I have confirmation from the YouTube dev team that when you go live on YouTube, they pull the search rankings back of your main videos because you're live. And so they want to push your live content. So they pull your other content back and push your live. But then I was like, but then long term that hurts your main video, because like, why don't they both push independently in their own channels? Because they don't push to the same channel. And they're like, yeah, well, we just don't want one person to be pushing on everything. I'm like, that's weird. Okay. I'd rather support Google rather than Bezos, though. I mean, yeah, I get that. Bezos is so removed from Twitch, though. Like, and if anything, Twitch is actively losing Amazon money, so he's not getting much of a return off of it. That's so dumb. Yeah, it's true. That's why I only do 2-hour streams, because after that, I can kind of wipe things out. But they told me originally, which I'm starting to find is not true, is that leaving your stream as public after you finish streaming counts it as a stream instead of a video. And I'm like, I don't think that's quite true. I know the YouTube Shorts algorithm is very different from the full YouTube video algorithm, but what I don't know is if the what am I saying? If like the YouTube live stream algorithm is different from the YouTube video algorithm. Like it's weird. What are we doing? Chopping birch trees. Okay, that's probably enough birch deforestation out here. Do I want to replant these? Not really. I want to build out here eventually. So I need to remove them anyways. VODs are so essential. Yeah, it's one of those things where like you could have a VOD channel and put them there. Like I want to build this into, I love this terrain, how it kind of slopes up to these different terraces. Like a city winding up that would be so fun to work on. But yeah, I mean, VODs are good to have, but also like you can just throw them on a VOD channel, which I know Jimmy went back to doing instead of just leaving them up on his main. Had no idea being a streamer was so complicated and hard. Yeah, that's what most people don't realize. A lot of people think being a YouTuber or a streamer is just record video, post it, or click go live and you get money and like you'll get viewers and blah blah blah. There's so much more to it than that, and there's so many people that like a lot of people are like, hey, how do I get started on YouTube, or how much money should I invest before I get started on my YouTube channel? And I'm always like, don't invest any money into YouTube until you know you want to be a YouTuber. And the only way to do that is to commit to 6 months minimum off of your current setup and see if you even like the process of recording videos or like the process of streaming. Because there's so many people that get into it, they buy these like $2,000-$3,000 gaming rigs, all of these lighting things and everything, because they're like, I'm gonna look professional so people are gonna watch my stream. And then they come back and then they're a few months in and they're like, I hate it, but I invested all this money and I have to go until I at least break even. And then they're just, everything sucks. Like it's really, really rough to watch how many people, which is true. Like it's the same with any job. Like you could have a job that in theory you would absolutely love, and then you get to the job and you're like, oh no, I hate this. You have YouTube Premium? I do. It's worth. No ads, and you can support everybody that you... YouTube Premium takes a portion of what you pay and just pays that to the creators you watch. So if you're thinking that like you're just giving the money to YouTube, actually I think it's half of YouTube Premium goes to the creator. Does having YouTube Premium hurt you because no ads for me? No, so what I was saying there, like part gets paid out. YouTube Premium, if you watch a large amount of creators, technically could give each creator less than if you just watch the ads, but I will never tell anybody to not use YouTube Premium. If it makes your viewing experience better for you, just use it. I will never be one of the people be like, actually I need you to not, because I that way I make more money. No, just you can, whatever makes your experience better. And if you think YouTube Premium to have no ads is worth it, do that. Are your YouTube consultations just for Minecraft? Minecraft is where a lot of my knowledge is in, so that's where I leave it. I mean, I'm able to help people out, but the only thing that I've been extremely successful in on YouTube is Minecraft videos. So I can try and help, I can try and guide people, but the cool part and the rough part about YouTube is that there's so many different parts of YouTube that it's hard to, there's so many different parts and they all have their own different algorithms and everything, and you got to really learn one aspect. Some things carry over from like space to space, but not everything. So I can try and help, but it's not my area of expertise. We had 1,000 viewers, we did it, and we're at 700 likes. How many hours do you have in this world? Time played 43.1 days, so 43.1 times 24. Somebody can do the math on that. But not 1K likes? Come on, flipper snappers. Ad block easy. I mean, ad block is, yeah, you can do that. Ad block actively harms creators that you're watching though, so like, you can do it if you want, but 1,034.4 hours. Oh my gosh, we broke 1,000 hours. 1,041. All right, somebody did the math wrong. I probably want to equip the Elytra and not put it in my offhand, and that's much different. Yeah. Did I get everything? I did. Right? Didn't leave anything? Did not. Great. Look at my end dimension. I would love to come back out here and do some more work eventually.
Pleased to meet you.
Mary Minnow, thanks so much for the 9 months at tier 2. I appreciate it. I survived 1,000 hours in hardcore Minecraft. Oh my god, I can do it. Time to get another movie. Woohoo! Yeah, wouldn't that be a way to go? Just kidding. The amount of people who have died, and it's a scary number. There are so many hardcore streamers that are just like la-di-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da, that like on Twitch. You can find in compilations of clips on YouTube taken of like hardcore streamers. They're just like, I'm fine, da-da-da, talking to chat, not paying attention, and then they just jump off from their Enderman farm into the void. I'm like, I refuse to be one of those people. Aren't end rods craftable? They are. You need a blaze rod and a popped chorus fruit. Trust me, I know. You want to know how I know? Because I crafted 34,000 of them. Yeah, I needed, what is it? It's one blaze rod, one pop chorus fruit gives you 4 end rods. So whatever that is, let's see. Times picked up. Oh my gosh, I've picked up 254,000 sand. Disgusting. Who was asking for a different stat earlier? Wasn't somebody asking to see a certain stat? I can't remember what it was. But I don't see how many blaze rods I picked up. No, wouldn't it be in here? No, we can go to mobs killed. Yeah, I've killed 3,377 blazes. All right, it all went into hoppers, so it doesn't count as picked up because it wasn't off the ground. That's how stats work. Some people would consider you insane. I mean, yeah, is what it is. We do have 6 things now over 100,000. That's pretty cool. We've also almost been in the world for 2 years. Still the best tree ever. I love the entry. I need to redo the cod killed. I've only killed 1 cod. I don't know. You killed a cat. I've killed 1 of everything except an axolotl. I haven't killed an axolotl. But for some reason I thought there was a hidden advancement for killing 1 of every mob, not just every hostile mob. So I've killed 1 of everything. Oops. Mushroom blocks. Ah, right. Red mushroom blocks. Times mined. That's terracotta. That's not a mushroom. Red mushroom block is 5,400 mined, 3,600 used. Brown mushroom. Oh, only 1,200 used. Wow. Okay, so this must all be from the road and finding like hidden textures, because we have a lot of those in the main capital city using the hidden texture on the mushroom block. So 3,700 browns. Oopsie doopsie. I don't know how it happened. It just happened. Well, you need to kill the axolotl, be sure. Right, yeah, let's go kill the blue one. Speaking of which, let's go breed the blue axolotl. How many deep slate? Like regular deep slate? Cobbled. Oh, times mined. I was like, only 700 cobbled deep slate? Right, you don't mind cobbled deep slate. I've 9,000 cobbled deep slate placed, but 29,000 picked up. So I've placed somewhere around probably 27,000 deep slate variants. And then where's deep slate? Yeah, 32,000 deep slate mined, 45,000 obsidian mined, 60,000 red sand mined. That one probably hurt the most. Stat game with someone that's had about the same time played as you. I'll have to try and get Joel to do that if he survives long enough. Nobody else I know has a hardcore world that's about the same length as mine. All my friends died in their hardcore worlds. Have you seen my son? Oh, sorry. You brought the red sand up this time? Dang it, I said it again. Joel hasn't died yet. I know, it's pretty good. Is your hardcore graveyard up to date? There's a lot of people that I haven't added that people spam at me in the comments being like, blah, 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 died. You have to add them. And I haven't yet. Also, if I didn't say it, Mary Minnow, thank you so much for the 9 months. No, I did say that. Thank you, thank you. And Hell Lily, thank you so much for the 5 gift members. Where's Booger? Hi, Booger. We get another below 1. Oh yeah, look at how cute it is. Ah! I'm so happy to have them. Y'all have no idea how happy I am to have this stupid blue axolotl. Did you release all the axolotls? Yeah. Release them. Yeah, they're not in their pens anymore. Hardcore master, exactly. No. Then I look at Lynxie's world and he's survived 30,000 days, and I'm like, oh, how? It's a shiny. Yeah, it's very much like a shiny Pokemon.
Pleased to meet you.
You're the regular show grave meme when all your hardcore worlds end. Yours stay strong.
Ka-ching!
What block have you placed the least? There's some blocks that I have yet to even place. Times used. Yeah. I've never placed deep slit. Yeah, there's, I mean, apparently I've never placed weathered cut copper. Because I would always wax it before I place it. Stripped acacia wood, never placed it, but I have mined it. Never placed farmland because that's illegal. Soul torches? I've never placed a soul torch? I've turned them all into soul lanterns. I've never placed a soul torch. Infested stone, that all makes sense. That adds up. I've never placed mycelium. 1,000 hours, and I still have yet to use a block of mycelium. Or a block of regular quartz. Apparently all I use is smooth quartz. Wow. That's it. There's a lot in here that I'm very interested by. Wow. That's interesting. So many of those, I'm like, whoa. I thought I would for sure have one or two. Okie dokie. Time to dig a road. That's what you do, right? To start building a road, you gotta first dig a road. The goal is to make this road link all the way back up to the main desert road network that we have. And we're going to kind of just play it by ear and see where it lands. But I know I kind of want to arch it up this way a touch. We might have to do a little terraforming as we're moving around because this place is a... Actually, do I want to just do that terraforming now? Probably do. I wanted to bring this section back. We're going to tear out this entire bit. It's road building time. Franziska, thank you so much for the 6 months. Finally able to catch a stream again. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wonderful to have you back. Welcome on in. How old is this hardcore world? It'll be 2 years old in the towards the end of November. So we're almost there. Yeah, we'll hit 2 years old if we survive through the end of this year. In the forever hardcore world, right? Right? Right, the forever hardcore world. I mean, we're well over 10 Minecraft years, so we're getting up there. You do Friday snacks after stream. We are meeting up with some friends tonight to go out for dinner. We're going out for tacos and margaritas. It's gonna be great. I'm also gonna do this just because we can. That's gonna step down, and then that's also gonna come down to here. Okay, we'll sort that out in detail more later. Okay, let's wrap ourselves like coming up this way. Now, this is one of those series that I'm like very much, as I currently stand, as long as I'm playing Minecraft and like I'm still alive in this world, like this series is going to be going on. It's one of the most consistent series I've ever had for views, which is amazing. And I feel like I'm getting all of the good vibes that I really want to have in a Minecraft world. So it's been very, very rewarding to play in and keep up with. Okay, so I think this just goes up and then comes right back down. Yeah, so we're just going to tear a lot of this away. Are you minimalistic IRL? I'm pretty, yeah. I'm bad about keeping junk on me. Like, I don't really throw, like, I have sitting on the floor right here. So I have my current computer here. I have my 3 old computers there. I have 2 entire old audio setups still in my closet right back there. So, like, I kind of keep old junk around. I'm always just like, what if the current one breaks and I need to get back to the old one? I'm like, I'm never going to go back to the computer I built in 2015. In fact, Windows barely works on it. Why do I have it? I'm like, but what if I need the files? I haven't opened it since, like, 2017. Gift them. I don't like the idea of giving away computers. Unless you fully... Like, if you give away a computer or you do something like that, and, like, you have to... The amount of effort you have to go through to clean it and everything to make sure that nobody malicious gets their hand on the computer and thinks they can find some things. Because even do, like, a full Windows reset doesn't necessarily clear everything off of it. So in order to do that, like in order to full clear a computer, you basically need to take the memory out. You need to take the hard drives out, and you need to like fully like just add in new things. Anything that has the ability to store data, you need to get rid of, which a lot of computer parts now have memory built into them. And sure, not all of it's actionable, but the fact that there is an ability to pull data off of it, I don't like, especially when so much of my business and life is dependent on that stuff. Like, so I don't know. I feel weird about that. I need to go through and do the old magnet trick and just fry the hard drives and throw them and recycle them probably. Okay, how do we want to do this? Yeah, I really do not like having them sit around. Honestly, I think we just go over the top and then we come down. We can come down like right through here. That'll work. Dude, we got a Swiftie in the house? Welcome. I don't need these buckets of water. That's the fish, by the way. I still need to... I'm thinking about naming it just Spotty because its thing in here is that it's a Spotty. I think it'd be kind of cute. So, I gotta get there. Just keeps old electronics all over the place. I'm so guilty of it. I'm gonna sit down one sec. I still have my old original iPad that I got from my dad, who he got as like a gift from some company event that he went to, and he was like, hey, I don't need it, do you want it? And so I have that it doesn't even turn on anymore really, but I used to use it for taking notes in college. Because I didn't like hauling around my laptop everywhere. The tablet was so much easier, and I would get less distracted because the tablet couldn't play any games. I was definitely guilty at a few times of... I remember there's one class I took. It was electrical engineering. Not the most fun class to begin with, and also it was one that I had to take because like I don't know. It was like weirdly a class that was required for the program I was in. Not any information I ever used again. And so the class wasn't super important to me, and the professor came in and it was his last class. He was only teaching one class for the semester, and then he was retiring. Like, that was it. It was his last thing. And he came in on the first day and said, I'm retiring. In order to get my retirement bonus, I need to teach one more class. So I'm going to be going through the motions of teaching this class. If you show up every day and sit in your chair, I will pass you. He's like, I don't want to grade any paperwork. I don't want to do anything. So we're just going to sit here and learn. And I'll give you guys some homework, busy work if you want to do. But like, you don't just show up every day and 100% attendance, and your attendance is worth 70% of your grade. I was just like, I love this guy. This is not something I need to know at all. And I was so guilty of coming in, and I just played Minecraft every day for the entire class. And a few of my fraternity brothers were in the class with me. And we ended up just having a Minecraft server that we would only play on when we were in class. And the professor did not care at all. He just stood at his little podium in the front and just did nothing every single day. It was the best class ever. And people say college is more serious than high school. No, no way at all. High school teachers who are like, I'm preparing you for college. No, it's absolute BS. Like, college professors are so much more chill than high school professors. Every single one of the college professors I had were like a million times easier to work with and more reasonable than any high school professor I had. All my high school professors would be like, you wouldn't be able to get away with this in college, so I can't, I'm sorry, you have a fail. Like, I can't pass you on that. And then they'd be like, I'm just preparing you for college. And I'd go ask college professors, be like, hey, so I'm struggling with this. I wasn't able to make this on time. Like, is there a way that I can do extra work or like get a later due date and extend it out? And they'd just be like, yeah, just get it to me by the end of the weekend and you're fine. I'm like, they were all so reasonable, such nice people. It's like they're treating you as a human being instead of just somebody sitting in your classroom. It was great. Yeah, I remember having college professors who I was like, yeah, like, if I wasn't like a student of yours and I just met you, I'd be like, I would probably want to be friends with you. Like, you very, very cool person. Treating you like an adult. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how when somebody does that, you're like, wow, I have so much more respect for you. And like, am willing to work with you instead of just being annoying. I'm just trying to smooth this out a touch. It doesn't need to be perfect. I don't know what we're going to do in this portion of the desert. We might do something later, but who knows? Will you do a big episode for the 2-year anniversary? Probably not. I'll probably just stay on par. The only like super big episodes I think are going to be the movies, as just kind of like recaps of everything. It's just a way for people to jump back into the series. If they've been out for a while, like the movie is just kind of everything. So we're on day 4,973 right now. So 5,000 days movie is coming up pretty quick. I thought for sure this was going to be a lot more sand. I guess not. Excited for the movie. Yeah, it should be good. I think it's gonna release a little. Probably, I'm gonna hold it for a bit and release it probably closer to late October, early November. Just because it's one of those where I think if I released it right now, a lot of people would be like, "Well, I just watched all the videos. It doesn't feel quite fresh." And I think that's why the 4,000 Days movie didn't do well, because it literally released like a week or two after we hit 4,000 days. So I think if I take the time to just say like, hey, you know what? this is great that it's here and have that, and I can get it recorded, and I can actually have something in my back pocket of like, hey, you know what? I have a video to release when there's a good time to do it. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit later on to get it actually released. Oh yeah, no, when I was talking about high school teachers, there's definitely some that were very, very amazing people and helped me so much. I wasn't like a full-on diss towards all high school teachers, so hopefully it wasn't taken that way. It was just a lot of the similarities I found between high school teachers versus college was just college professors are like, yeah, chill, whatever, let's get it done. I mean, there's still some college professors who were not nice individuals, but that was much more rare than it was with high school teachers, I found. In my time in school, at least. Do you do the editing changes in your movies? Do you put the episodes back to back? I mean, it's mostly episodes back to back because that's the YouTube trend. And then you chop off the intro, you chop off the outro so they flow better. And we chop off some of the editing little bits in there that might be weird, or if there's any ad integrations, I chop those out because those don't need to be in there. So that's kind of that's how I do them typically. I've been throwing the empty ones up there. Let's take you, turn you all into slabs. We're gonna take a bunch of these. Then we're also gonna take you. It's time to build a road. Alenia, thanks so much for the 8 months. Happy Friday. I hope you're all well.
Pleased
Happy
to meet
Friday to you too. Hope everything's doing good over there. There's somebody who became a member 2 minutes ago. I'm so sorry. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much, Mr. Q. We're gonna go with that. Oof, road building. Hey Thomas, how you doing, man? Are you a fWhip? Are you a Swiftie? I wouldn't say I'm a full-on Swiftie, but I definitely enjoy her music. We got tickets to go to a concert. One of the additional North America ones that was thrown in, so that'll be very fun. So I guess if you can go into the essence of that we're planning a vacation around going to the concert, that could be valid. Nova, what's going on, girly? Do you want to say hello? Does your little Nova girl want to say hello? It's a very important time, chat. Do you want to come uppies? Do you want to come up? Up. Yes, hello, hello. Hello, do you want to say hi to the internet, to the world? How are you doing today? How's your day going? Yeah. What's up? What you doing down in the office? Hi. This is Nova. For those who don't know, this is our youngest puppy. She's almost 3 years old. She's almost 3 years old. Our very, very big 40-pound Malamute. I'm sorry, I'm talking about you. I know. Do you want to go up? Okay. I know you're not a performer. You're like, goodbye. I'm done. I'm out of here. I will not perform for you. I will not do tricks. She's so cute. Yeah, we love her. We love her. Okay. Back to the road. Our husky acts the same way. Acts the exact same way.
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
Nova.
That bot gave the flattest. You'd think with exclamation points I would have tried a little harder. Alanova, thank you so much for the dono. I really appreciate that. Oh, I know why she left. I think I smell the grilled cheese being made right now. We gotta just kind of start spamming. I like a lot of the mushroom block in here, so it's a good thing we gathered a ton of them. And then we're gonna just do like a 2-wide slab going back. I know I could build in stairs to make it a lot more like perfect, but I cannot be bothered because that sounds boring. Honestly, just inventory space management of having the extra thing sounds awful. Let's do that. We're gonna do a little bam. We're gonna make our little zebra roadways. It's great. Very, very nice. Sounds delicious right now. I know, yeah. Grilled cheese sandwich. It's cheese in between bread that you butter the bread and then you grill it in a pan so the cheese melts. For those not from cultures that eat grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay, this road is taking a while. Melted cheese. I'm lactose intolerant, so I haven't had a grilled cheese in probably like 5 years. How do you create a world that you like and enjoy building without hating previous builds? I love Minecraft, but I hate what I do in game. Do you have any tips? Practice. If you don't like your building skills or anything like that, the simplest thing you can do is spend more time building. Spend more time learning. Try and study. Minecraft is an art form. You're not going to get better at building in Minecraft by not building in Minecraft. So the biggest thing I can suggest for anybody who's like, man, I hate my building. How do I get better? What can I do? You build. You just keep building more. And eventually you'll get to a point where you're like, oh, I enjoyed that. And by building more, I don't mean making the same thing over and over again. You got to keep experimenting. You got to keep trying new things. You got to just keep trying. Keep finding ways to do something different. And if you... Mumbo said it recently. If I watched his interview on the Imp and Skiz podcast. Very good if you haven't watched it. But he said something that really stuck with me is that you have to fully commit to a stupid idea sometimes as a YouTuber. And like, that's the way stupid ideas work, is you have to fully commit to them. If you take a stupid idea that you're like, I don't know if it's going to work, and you go in with the attitude that it's not going to work, it's not going to work. But if you go in with the attitude of, I know this is dumb, I know this is incredibly stupid, but if I put the effort and energy into it, it could work. And I think that applies into so many more things than just Minecraft building and making YouTube videos, like any form of skill you're trying to learn and everything like that. So, I mean, if Imp and Skiz are looking for people to have on, I'd be happy to chat with them, but I don't think I know either of them super well, so who knows. But if they reached out and were like, hey, we'd love to have you, I'd say sure, definitely. I'm sure there's more hermits who are higher up on their guest list right now than non. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to get like all the hermits on eventually. But I would not be opposed. I've actually never talked to Skiz. I've seen him in so many things, and maybe I've talked to him briefly, like very briefly in a call, but I don't think I can't remember if I've, like, there's no time in the top of my head where I'm like, oh yeah, I talked to Skiz for a good while, but he seems like a really nice guy. Have to commit to the bit, exactly. If that doesn't describe Gobland, I don't know what does. Yeah, for anybody who's struggling with their Minecraft builds, or really any art form, or any skill really, it's the same thing with like sports and things. If you're not willing to put in the time to practice and learn how to shoot a free throw and do it a million times, you're never gonna be consistent at it. So, Or if you don't take the time to learn how to ride a skateboard or ride a bike, like, you're not gonna one day just be like, wow, I can ride a bicycle. All those principles, yeah, they all apply to art. And Minecraft building is just an art form. Do you plan to do different biomes as well, like the jungle? Yeah, I was really hoping that 1.20.2 was going to release with the new villager changes, but it looks like that's not happening. So I probably won't do another village right away after we finish this one, because I like to have a little bit of a break between doing things, because I think if I just repeat content and say, hey, we're doing another village over here, people are going to be like, fWhip, we just did a village, do something else. And I'm like, you're right, fair. But have you heard of Second Village? I love Second Village. So in the effort to make entertaining content that's not just the same thing over and over again. I don't think we're going to do a village again right away, but I definitely want to do a village. This world is meant to have a village in every single biome, like eventually. This is looking pretty good. It's a little skinny through there, but I think it's okay. Do you like Gobland or Grimlands more? I like Gobland more. Grimlands was good, but I didn't feel like I really pushed myself on topic with what we're talking about, I guess. Like, I felt like Grimlands was one where, like, I knew that style. I knew it going in already. And all I did was add Deep Slate to the mix because it was a new block. But all those houses and all those things, like, probably stuff that I come up with and done similar sides before. Maybe I've changed a few aspects or just worked them in different ways together. But for the most part, it didn't feel like a build challenge. So for that, I like Gobland a lot more, because that was something that nobody on YouTube had done before. Like, that was something brand new across all of YouTube, putting those blocks together in that shape and those types of things. I was kind of very much pioneering a new style. It was really difficult. I spent so many hours. There were so many failed designs that never made it in. But it was one that I, again, like, fully committed to making it happen and figuring out how I could do it. And I'm really happy that I did. It was a good challenge. First stream I caught. fWhip, I love your videos, and you. Hi, welcome on in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's do a little guy right there, and then we'll do another one here. This is gonna be a little steep. That should work. We're working on building a road for anybody who's just jumping in now. We're stretching a road all the way over to the new village I've been working on, where we did design a few of those houses on Wednesday's stream. And then I've been working on it still since, just getting a few more in place. So desert road work today. My hope is to have this video out next Thursday. Honestly, it should be able to be finished up. I got a cool brand deal coming through that I'm going to be working on next week. I can't tell you all about it or anything like that quite yet, but it's very, very exciting. So I don't know if I will definitely have this video finished. I don't know if there's going to be a video the week after, just depending on how much time that all takes. Also, I think you're going to all really, really like this one. That's all I can say. You all are going to really like what I'm working on. Not even of a way of like, please buy it or anything. There's nothing to purchase. Don't we always? Yeah. Well, I meant on the brand deal front, because I know some people are like, ooh, creator doing brand deal. Ugh. I'm like, no, this one's awesome. Let's throw some of these in. Honestly, I'm just enjoying the vibes. We got Minecraft soundtrack rocking right now. Placing our little blocky blocks in Minecraft. Yeah, welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. I think I got blacklisted from doing brand deals with Raid. They reached out to me a long time ago to do one, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It was the time when like everybody was doing one. I was like, why not? I can slide this under the rug. I can get one done. And then they completely tricked me into like what the deal was, and so I kind of noped out at the last minute. I was like, this isn't what you told me it was. Like I'm out of here. This is not at all what we agreed to, and I have yet to hear from them on anything since. So I think I got blacklisted. You deserve a brand deal. Yeah, I actively decided to stop taking them for a while, just because I didn't really need to. But I'll probably reintroduce them more this year. We'll see what happens. The agency I was working with, I did drop out of, because they're being a little shady, a little too shady, and I didn't like it. And some of the deals that they were bringing were very weird. I was like, these are not things that I would want to sell to my audience. I only ever want to do a brand deal that is something that I think you all would actually use, or is something that I already actually use, or something that I am very interested in using. I'm never going to be one of the people who's just like, here's this random thing. Like, it's just not me. I don't want to sell you all things. That's not what I'm here for. But if there's something that like somebody approaches me and I'm like, this is a really cool thing that I think is cool, and they're willing to pay me to promote it, then I'm like, yeah, we can talk. You know. Okay. Jove, thank you so much for the dono. Watching on my lunch break with little gobble fWhip in my passenger seat. Accidentally yeeted him in Death Valley recently, so I had to go fetch him. Accidentally yeeted. I don't know if those words go together. I don't know if that goes together, but thank you so much for the dono.
Hey, for real.
Watching you on my lunch break with little Gobo fWhip in my passenger seat. Accidentally yeeted him Death Valley recently, so I had to go fetch him.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I buy it. Can't even explain how annoying Raycon got for a while. Well, Raycon I feel like is one that got annoying only because so many people are doing it, but also it's one of those that, like, as far as I understand, they make pretty good stuff. I've never used one. I've never used any Raycon buds or anything like that, but I know B-Dubs is like, he has like a promo with them every few months, it seems like. B-Dub seems to have like 3 or 4 that he just alternates with every single upload. I'm like, all right, get the bag, dude. B-Dubs does a good job. His, like, that's one of those things where I think if I start doing brand deals again, I want to do them to like that level, because it's something that's entertaining to watch, and then also like it just shows like such a good relationship with him and any brand he's working on, that he's willing to put in that much effort and energy to get people in there and watch and like make it entertaining without just feeling like, hey, I'm reading these talking points. I think I heard somewhere that it's like one of the most watched point of his videos is his brand deal segments. I'm just like, that is like creator goals right there. But it's really difficult to work that like time in to be able to make that idea. So many brands are like, all right, so you have 2 weeks to get this posted in a video. And I'm like, you expect me to record an entire video in that time frame and then also have a brand deal ready with edited rounds done and everything like that in 2 weeks? Like, come on, guys, give me more time. All right, we're getting there. We're almost to the village. Sorry if there's any noise. I can kind of hear something coming through on the mic right now. So if there's any, hopefully the music's drowning it out. I feel like it's definitely a side of YouTube that people get into more as like their channels get older, and you kind of have like a norm of views you get, or I kind of consider it YouTube retirement. Like brand deal every episode for me would be YouTube retirement. Just like giving yourself the ability to not work as much, because you're like, if like brand deals make a good amount of money. So I feel like when I wanted to get into like my whatever my YouTube retirement is, because I would love to keep this as the job for what I do for the rest of my life until like actual retirement, but I feel like at one point you gotta, views will dip, and then it's easier to make up that lost revenue. Instead of grinding your butt off, it's easier to pick up more brand deals and things. Trap every mob in Minecraft. Actually, I think I should make a zoo with every single mob in Minecraft. I've been thinking of that idea, and I don't think anybody's done it yet, but I think I'll try that one day. Do you golf? Not really. I'm left-handed, and when I was a kid, finding left-handed golf clubs was awful. My dad was a fairly decent golfer. He mostly golfed as like a work activity. And then my grandpa and grandma were both huge golfers. So like I learned how to golf as a kid, but the inability to find left-handed clubs as I grew up became so frustrating that it literally drove me away from the sport. Like it was so difficult to find clubs that I could actually use as a lefty. And there'd be like, you'd walk into a store and there'd be like 15 different versions of a right-handed club that are slightly different. And then you'll go up to the lefty section and there's like one of each. And I was just like, really? Really? So that kind of drove me away from the sport. I think the like one sport I want to get into right now that I think would be fun is pickleball. We've played a few times. Like my family plays a lot. I know Sausage actually recently got really into pickleball. But that's something that I definitely want to pick up soon if I start looking for a new activity. You ever play pool / billiards? Yeah, I had a pool table growing up for a long time, so I have played a lot of pool. I really enjoy it. Anytime we go out like traveling or on vacation or something, if there's a pool table, I always rope people into playing with me. Whoever we're traveling with, I'm like, hey, you want to go play pool? You want to go play pool? And usually they'll play like 2 rounds with me, and they're like, yeah, I'm done. You're no fun to play with. I'm like, but we could play more pool. Are you sure? I really like 9-ball and cutthroat. I think those are really fun. Because then it's just still kind of fun for everybody, and it's kind of a little bit more chaotic, and the skill factor still comes into play, but it's not so much that like people who are unskilled can't have fun. Unless you're just at the level where you run an entire table, which I'm not quite there. I'm a little too rusty for that. I used to be really good though. My friends in high school would come over after pretty much every weekend. We were just at my house playing pool. Have you done bowling? Yeah. I have a bad elbow though, so I can't do it for too long. But I like bowling. Our like tradition growing up, because we lived in a neighborhood where the power would go out a lot with windstorms, is the only place nearby us that would have power was the bowling alley. So everybody in the neighborhood, when the power went out, would go bowling. And that was always so fun, because as soon as the power would go out and the sun would go down, everybody would stop cleaning up whatever branches fell down during the storm or everything like that, and you just see everybody at the bowling alley. It was really fun. It was a cool like neighborhood activity. Ever tried climbing? Not well. My body's not really built for climbing. I've been always more of a swimming person. I've been much more on the aquatic side of things. We have how to cook out. Ooh, fun. Are you joining X Live again? No, I'm not. I talked about it earlier. Oh my gosh. Okay, Windows 11 keeps doing this thing where randomly one of the file explorer windows I have open just comes to the front. Like it's behind my Minecraft window and it just will like pop to the front. And it pauses the game and everything and it scares me every time. So sorry if there was a little announcement sound there. No, X-Life Next Gen is not something I'm going to be joining for those who have been asking. I've seen it a few times in chat. Addressed it a few times, so I probably won't any further, but you can rewatch the stream if you want answers to commonly asked questions. If it's about a new series or something like that, I've most likely answered it a few times. So if you rewatch the VOD, you can find the answers in there a good majority of the time. Okay, let's just fill in the blanks with our... Ugh. Streamlabs FAQ bot or something. Anytime I feel like I do FAQ bots and things, the commands just get spammed so much that it just kind of goes a little crazy. So I've had some FAQ bots and things in the past, but I always find that they just get this, like, it'll get to the point where somebody's like, if I type this in chat, a bot will say something, and then it gets 2 chat messages, and then you get some people that just like spam the chat message. Even if you put a cooldown on it, it'll just get spammed. So I try and avoid that. Also, chat bots on YouTube are really annoying to work with. Another knock to YouTube streaming. They don't make it easy. Okay, we're almost out to that point where we need to dip off to the side real quick. Connect in our field. Do you like playing single player more than multiplayer? In my own worlds, yeah. Like, for long-term Minecrafting, I like single player more, yes. For, like, short-term things, I really enjoy series as it's just a way to connect with my friends, pretty much. Like, you'll never see me join a content creator series that's just like a mass, like, everybody that streams Minecraft on Twitch is invited to this thing. Like when they had like the verified SMP or whatever it was back in the day that somebody started. That was such a mess. I can't remember who started it, but oh god, I remember it being such a mess. Where you could only join the Minecraft server if you were verified on Twitch. Except I think the admin had a few of their friends that they were, quote, close to being verified, so we're gonna let them in. And it was just such a mess. Fun times. But then like everybody who got on there that like was a part of it, like there was a very cult section where some people knew each other, then everybody else like didn't know anybody, and I never joined it because I kind of saw it going south pretty quick. But yeah, I remember watching that and laughing about it. Yeah. So yeah, I like multiplayer when it comes to playing with friends, but if my friends, like, I don't like multiplayer when it comes in terms of joining a random Minecraft server like that you find like a public server and playing. That to me is not fun. I see where that comes in play if you don't have like a friend group to play with or something like that. Like that's a great way to make a friend group. And I mean, all of my friends on here I met through playing Minecraft, so it's a little hypocritical of me if I were saying no, never do that, because that's why I made a lot of my friends that I record content with nowadays, is I met them through servers where I joined and I didn't know many people. I've always kind of known one person going in, or it's been something that I've started and I've brought everybody in and then they've been like, hey, can we add my friend, blah blah blah, they're pretty cool. Like that's how I met Scott. Was Catherine was like, hey, we should add Scott, he seems really cool, and that was back in Legacy SMP days. And I think that's how we got Jem involved with the group. I can't remember who added her. I think it was either Jimmy or like we had worked with Jem before on the Artisan SMP way back in the day, if anybody remembers that. But then outside of that, hadn't recorded with Jem in a long time, so I didn't know her too well. And then yeah, so good ways to meet people is to play on, you know, friends through friends is the best way to make friends in general, I find. Introvert rule of thumb. Yep. Yeah. What blocks would you use for a road in taiga? Course dirt spawns naturally there, so it would connect, wouldn't it? In a mega taiga, I would probably avoid course dirt, because if you're using that, you're gonna lose which way your road goes. So that kind of writes off dirt, podzol, and honestly, if you just did regular dirt, that could look really good because it would be slightly lighter than the coarse dirt, so it'd be easier to travel. And if you can get enough rooted dirt, you could match that in too. That honestly would be really cool. I like to go for more dirt roads. I don't really do any roads that are stone unless I'm like inside of a city, because who is going to go out there and build an entire road out of stones that just randomly runs through the wilderness? Unless you're in like a stony terrain where they're just kind of carving the stone to make footholds, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I typically go for dirt of sorts, and either slightly lighter or darker than everything else that's in the area. So here we went slightly darker than the sand and got all the birch in, which works pretty well in my opinion. Ask the Romans. Well, they made those roads so that they could quickly transport things all around. So, I mean, yeah, that is true. The Roman road network, isn't like a big portion of it still used today? Like in some regions of the world, don't they still use those roads? I'm sure there's been repairs made to them and things, but it's like a lot are like the original pathways. Yeah, I kind of go in my world that most dirt, like most routes in between places is largely dirt. So path blocks work in there, or I typically just go on dirts, to be honest. What was your favorite subject in school? My favorite subject in school was history. The subject I was best at was math. Packed mud looks great in the jungle. Oh yeah, it does. That's a good one. I wanted to be so good at history, and I like did okay. I did fine in history class and everything like that. But where I struggled a lot was that a lot of the tests of like a lot of the stuff I wanted to learn about from history class was not what they were testing on. Like I loved learning about the ancient civilizations and like how they lived and all that stuff, and that was so cool. And that was always kind of like a little bit of a side bit to whatever we were learning in class. And then they'd always be like, remember this date about when this battle happened or when this thing was invented. I'm like, I don't care about when the things were invented. I want to learn how the people who invented the thing lived. Why can't we focus on that? And they're like, no, we're gonna learn about these dates. I'm like, ah. So I really loved like old history, like the early, like the Bronze Age, Iron Age and like pretty much everything up until like the Dark Ages, like before the Dark Ages. I really, really love those types of history classes. What free editing software would you recommend for just starting YouTubers? DaVinci Resolve. Pretty much as good as Adobe Premiere, and it is free. There is an option to pay for it. If you are a business, or if you're using it for professional things, you don't need it. There is also a free download on the main website. And there are so many video tutorials on how to use it now. Physics or chemistry? Neither. I was so bad at the sciences. I got math, I could do that, but none of the other ones made sense to me. Ah, dang it. Physics, I guess I was decent at, but I was not something I enjoyed at all. Look at that, that's the finished road. Wow, that's a pretty big road. We did all of there today. Wowee, exactly. Good road. It is a good road. The village is slowly growing. I'm really excited about that. We got to come back in and add a lot more of the detail to like the outside regions. And kind of get a lot more of that sorted. I kind of know what I want to do for the rest of the video. I'm just like, I just need to get around to recording it. We just got to do that stuff. Oh, right. I was up there. Let's go in here. We can put our mushrooms back. Put that in the other one. Sorry, I was trying to find where I had some more cactus. I was like, where is it? I know I have some in here somewhere. We're gonna do a little building because I need to get some more building done. So we're just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna relog real quick just to save that replay footage. So we're gonna let this run here for a minute. Organized shulker monster. It's fairly organized. The middle shulker island that we have in there is all foliage things. What's up on the wall in the back corner is all sand. In the middle, you have your moss and your dirts. And then we get into a little side room. That's all the woods. It's organized. It'll turn you into stone. There is one shulker of stone in there. When will there be a new video? Next Thursday, most likely. Most likely. How do you learn how to fly elytra? I keep dying. Steadifier, if you don't have feather falling 4 on your boots, that's why you're dying. Feather falling 4 will protect you from just getting smashed by going too fast damage. So pick that up if you haven't. That's a big file apparently. Organized chaos, my dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's a method to the madness. There's always a method to the madness. Also try Super Meat Boy. God, I haven't heard of that game in a long time. Feather falling for what? For your boots. Put feather falling on your boots. It protects your head. Big brain elytra plays. Also practice. Yeah. If you're ever going too fast and you're going in somewhere, And you're like, woo, just do like a little flip. Do like a full on, just like a, you're going like this. You don't want to hit the thing, just whoop, zoom. And if you do a full 360 spin, it'll slow you down so much that you won't take damage. And if you're up here, you can't really do that. So you just kind of do like a little flip back and forth. Okay, let's get ourselves. I think I put my mud back in the under chest. No, it's right here. Let's get ourselves some packed mud. I'm running low. I mean, we got all these brown mushroom blocks though. We're gonna use those. Let's get a lot of you. And we're gonna take. And then I would love to get. There's my sandstone. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna also take some shrabs. We're gonna use those. I actually want to get a little cut sandstone too. I should have some in here somewhere. Haha. I've got a loose idea in my brain that I want to try for something here. Obvious. Pachyderm, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. We are gonna try. I need some slabs. If I have spruce slabs. Okay, that'll work. Probably should make a bunch of oak trapdoors, but we can make those in a minute. The sun is setting. Quickly now.
Pleased to meet you.
Thank you again very much for becoming a member. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so road is done, but I don't like this thing. I was gonna do a little tiny farmhouse out here that I thought would be pretty cool to include. And I want to do a building here, but I don't want to do a farmhouse. I kind of want to change it from farmhouse to camel stables. So what we're going to do is we're going to push the house back a little farther, and then it's going to have kind of an entrance right in here. And the house is going to be pretty small. Yeah, that's a 5. That's a 5. And that's going to be, there's a little 5x5 interior, but then we're also going to give the house, just to give it some extra character, we'll do something like this. And then it's gonna go back to here. So it's gonna be kind of like a little like 5x5, like 2 overlapping 5x5 interiors. Spaces, cool things like that. And then we can get a little bit of mud brick action on the corners. I kind of want it to be just up to here because I don't want it to be as tall as that building. So if we do bam, bam. Then we bring in our little stair here. This is kind of why I got the stairs, so we can do the little doorway overhang. And then that's going to be here with a window. Then I'm kind of thinking we just do accents of bamboo on this guy just for funsies. Kind of get something like that in here. But big but is I want this to be the camel stables, right? So what we're gonna do is off of this here, we're gonna bring out like a little front so that the entrance is actually gonna be right in there, and then that's gonna come out this way another bit. Kind of these little like retaining walls that I've been doing for backyards. We do that, and then I'm thinking we could have camel stables. We'll bring over, a camel can go in there. They only need a 2 wide stall. And then we can have another camel right here. Just space for 2 camels. And we're going to need some doors in there. But then around the side, we can kind of just do Camel can fit in that, right? I think so. I want to get some bamboo doors. Let's go make some real quick. Yes, camel fits. Great. Perfect. I like the idea of introducing a lot more bamboo in this thing, so I might just bring a little bit more over. Whatever. We'll throw the one on the ground. Now. I guess this doesn't need to be here because it'll go against the house, so this guy can have a little bit of an extra.
My
Extra
final
large.
grades just posted. College degree number 3 is complete and I'm here to celebrate.
Ooh! Wow! 3 degrees? 3? Dang, you smart. Congratulations, though. Thank you so much for the dono, and big, big, big congratulations to you, my friend. Let's bring some of these back in.
Cha-ching!
5 gift members, too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you celebrate a little bit and get something for yourself, too. Don't just throw it all out a streamer, all right? But thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. And again, big, big congratulations. 5 members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're going to do this for a little bit more, like, airflow through. No, we don't need too tall. And then up on the top, I know it might be a little stand out-ish. But we just kind of do like a... And we can do these across the middle. So it gives a little bit more light coming in. And then for this middle guy right here, we're just gonna, honestly, I think I'm just gonna do like some supports like this. Double thicken them. And then across the middle, they'll just have that one opening. We'll bring some camels in here shortly. We're gonna have to go breed some, but that'll work for now. And then for the walkway around, just to keep it contained in here. I know the camels can get out, but at least it kind of keeps them locked in, you know? Kicked me out of stream to a random video? What? Never heard of that happening before.
It for real.
It kicked me out of stream to a random video XD.
Weird. Weird. Okay. We're gonna kick in another time lapse here because I can. Woo. Appreciate the dono, Alanova. Thank you. Hopefully you don't get kicked out again. I should probably mark a window in right here. You have such a great, wholesome community. Thank you for making this such an enjoyable place to be. Hey, thank you for being a part of it. Community's only wholesome because y'all are here making it wholesome. Thank you. I like to say that a lot of times when you see a streamer's community, it really represents them, or at least how like they portray themselves online. Because if you go into like some of like the more interesting communities, you could say, and then it's always like surprise Pikachu face when that streamer does something bad, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person whose community is absolutely terrible, they did something bad? No. I'm always like, guys, we kind of saw this one coming, just saying. So I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all being here along for the ride. I just want to be chilling and playing some block games. So how many more do I need? Two. And I'm not even gonna bother with one in there. Yeah, that wouldn't be one anyways. It would be behind the shrub. How long will you be live? Honestly, not a whole lot longer. My throat's a little sore. I've been doing a lot of recording this week and kind of dove back in a little too quick after break and just went full back into it instead of like a ramp up period. So I'm a little tired. So we probably won't be going crazy long, but I have been enjoying it. All right, for the roof, what are we thinking? Do we want a little flat roof? We got a few designs that I kind of go with. We got something like that where it overhangs and then just slabs up to the top. We could do a glazed terracotta one. I'm a executive decision. We're going with a flat roof, but we're gonna throw it in as some jungle. I answered my own question. We're gonna go with a jungle flat roof, and then we're gonna bring it back down with some spruce slabs. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be fine. And then I also, how many hanging signs do I have? I have a lantern we can throw in the middle. Do I have any hanging signs? Hello, detail box of hanging signs. Where are you? Am I out? Am I out of hanging signs? No. Oh no. No. Haha. We can do one. We can do one of the little fun little hanging sign thingies. Oh, we got a lot of acacia hanging signs left over. I like it. Let's bring those. Gasp. Oh no. Out of hanging signs. Whatever shall we do? Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a little that. And then we're gonna come over here. And we're gonna do a little oh boom. Oh boom. Oh boom. And I actually want to go get that acacia one too. Do this. I've never done a 3-colored out dropping hanging sign before, but we're gonna do it. That would cover the window. Honestly, kind of okay with it. We're gonna do a boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I like that. That actually kind of works really well. It's brown mushroom block, if you're asking what this is. For, I think somebody in chat just asked. That would be brown mushroom block. It's a good block. Would recommend. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do a little boop, 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 boop. We're gonna do a little boop, 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 boop. And we're gonna do a little... How many more do I need? 7. Of course I need 7. You wanna know how many it makes? 6. Make a door. We'll throw in a bamboo door. Need 2 more bamboo doors. I have 1 bamboo door. Game hates me. That's how the inventory problems start. It's true. It's a known fact. For safekeeping reasons, we're gonna throw that in there. Do I have more? I got rid of all the trapdoors. I need to go get some more bamboo trapdoors. Well, if the inventory was changed to be like grid menu and just shows up how much of each item you have, maybe up to 9,000. I feel like that'd be a little too much. I forgot a corner. I forgot a corner. I did forget a corner. Thank you. That's where the 7th one went. Yeah, right. That's why we needed 7. I know camels don't eat hay, but we're just going to do a little hay bale action. Maybe it's for any llamas coming through. Put a little storage. I know we already have that, so maybe this can actually only be 2 candles. Make a lid in here for a sec. Oh, yeah. Bam. Campfires. I know it's really simple, but I feel like that works well for the desert style. The flat is a little too flat. The flat is a little too flat. The top's a little too flat. So let's try, instead of this, maybe we can work in just like this little extra lip. I also need to go get a little glow lichen. And then on top of these, we can do buttons. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll do a little glow lichen up here, just in a few spaces to make it spawn proof. Staircase on the side. Ooh.
Random question. What's your fave candy / treat?
Yeah, let's do a little staircase right up here. Good call, good call, good call. Favorite candy? Favorite candy that I don't really eat anymore, but was definitely my favorite candy growing up was like a Reese's cup. That or like a yeah, Reese's cup was definitely up there, and I think outside of that it was probably, I really like Sour Patch Kids. Peanut butter and chocolate is never wrong for me though, pretty much. Reese's, I don't know how you, that's how I've always said it. Don't at me. We're gonna save that slab. We're back to 6. No, we used the other one somewhere. There we go. Now we got a little way up. That can give us a little bit more dimension. And then up on top, you write about the, let's, because that can give us a little bit more height variation without giving us too much like solid height mass, which is where the worry's coming from right now, because I don't want it to be super solid up here. Let's go make some oak trapdoors. We're gonna trade between campfires and oak trapdoors on the top. I kind of like doing these not perfectly square, so they're a bit more rectangular. I think it works well. That'll work up here. And then we can do some candles to light it. And then we don't need the, whatchamacallit, the glow lichen. I put the flint and steel back. Ooh, I haven't used glowberries out here yet. Ooh. Ooh. So we can hook these. We can have like a little green trellis area. Why am I not using glowberries out here? What am I even doing? I love that. Those are gonna stay forever. Let's go shear them. Do you make your campfires or trade them? Trade them. Crafting campfires is a tedious project. It's much, much easier just to trade for them.
Keep it real.
I just started my first IT job, and am watching on my lunch break. WFH is a vibe. Thanks for helping me through my first week. Smile.
Hey, congrats on the new job. Good luck with it all. Hope the learning process is fun and all that. And thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Work from home is a vibe. It's great. I don't think Sid's ever going to go back to an office job unless she absolutely has to. And I get it. I'm on that work from home life. It's great. I love it. The fact that, like, the idea of having to commute into an office every day, to me, I'm just like, no, that sounds stupid. Why would anybody want to commute to an office? We could do a little acacia, a little red. I resumed it right. I did. Perfect. That'll work. And then we can have another. There. Great. What I meant to do here at the front instead of those is bam. And bam. So it's got a little bit more of an entrance. And now we got to fix up the floor. But outside of that, this area is pretty much done. I do want to go through and add a little bit more glowberry action on there, but I might do it after. Work from home is what I can watch streams. Yeah. The amount of companies that I've watched just like shoot themselves in the foot after they're like, yeah, so everybody's back in the office now. And then employees are just like, ha, nope. I understand why companies are like, no, we need people back in the office, because how else, if they're trying to go public, can they, I had so many trapdoors in here, can they justify the expense of an office space unless their employees are in the office? So they're locked into a lease and they're going to make their employees use it. It's sad. What about the camels? We're gonna get those. We do not have the camels here yet. We're probably gonna have to breed a camel because I think I only have 2, so we're gonna have to breed them and then get a new one, then wait for the breeding. So I probably should have done that now, but it's okay. I want this to be relatively open in here too. Like, we don't need to fill it with too much junk. And do we want to transition to dirt? Is dirt good or bad? Dirt good? Dirt good. I think dirt good. Oh, we need a little like water trough. That's what we can do. Let's go get some spruce trapdoors. Do you leave New Life SMP or something? It wasn't something that I was very interested in recording anymore. And I only want to make content that like I'm interested in because I think it really shows in the videos I produce. If I'm not in it, how can I expect you all to be watching it? And just with all the servers issues and everything like that we're dealing with on New Life, it just really killed the motivation for me to be on there. So yeah, as of right now, I'm done with New Life. Dirt okay, dirt good. Okay, so we can do a little water. Do you have any softwares for building structures? I'm trying to find any that I can't. I mean, it's software for building structure. I don't know what you mean by that. Like making a Minecraft build for you? No. I do not know of any. Okay, that is build. Need a flower pot. Can't believe I don't have any flower pots in here. There's no flower pot. Oh, if you're talking about the one that I used for like transferring build ideas over, Lightmatica. Yeah. That doesn't build things for you. That's, I think, a thing that many people misunderstand about Lightmatica. Lightmatica is only there for you build it yourself, and then you get it from somewhere, then you turn it into a Lightmatica schematic, and then you bring it into the world. But Lightmatica does not build for you. I think a lot of people misunderstand about it. The thing that I've seen from YouTube comments is that they're like, "Oh my god, you're using Lightmatica. You're cheating. You didn't make that yourself." I'm like, you realize this whole channel is based around Minecraft building, right? And like all I do in Minecraft is build things. And also, we just did all that, so. But people are like, you must have got it from somewhere. No, I made it myself. I did. I got it from my creative test roll. D-minus 1 week until my wedding. Whew! That's exciting. Have fun. Have so much fun. Just the only advice I can give, I know you didn't ask for it, but is just enjoy the day. Like, the day is about you and your partner, and that's all that matters. Like, just there's gonna be so many people pulling you in different directions. Just don't be bothered. Don't let your parents, it's not your parents' day, it's not anybody else's, it's like, it's for you and your partner. And just do that. Do it with them. Be there with them. Don't let the nosy aunt who's like, oh my god, I'm so happy it's your wedding, who's trying to make it about them, of you spending time with them. Don't allow that to happen. Okay, what we're gonna do? Oh, camels. Camels! Where do we have the cactus? Building is made. Look at that. Look at that. We got a building outside the town now. Oh, I'm so happy. The little village is turning out really well. Camels are in here. That's lovely advice. Yeah. Sid and I had a rule on the wedding day is that we couldn't be separated, and it was a really good call. It was that if we were No, don't sit down. Make a baby. Oh, there's the... Oh, yeah, well, you know. If you ever want to know where Camel comes from. Yeah, it was a really good one because we just made sure that we were like keeping the day, like we weren't getting caught in conversations with anybody else or anything like that. We were very much just keeping the day between the two of us, and it was worth it. I mean, we were still talking to everybody and like being there for the party and the event of it all, but the whole purpose was to be there with each other. For me, I figured out what would have been the worst thing at a wedding that could happen, and I came to peace with it. Everything else was so small in comparison. Oh, where's the little guy? Come on, little guy. Oh, he's bouncing. Oh, how do you? Look at that. Oh my gosh, what's that? Abs? He's got just ab strength. Come on though. Maybe I can just push him through here. Oh, he's getting up. I love the baby camel. Come here. And then come here. Come on, little guy. Come on. No, come on. I know your parents are so big. Okay, fine. We're going to go over the top. Yes. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking with camels. Wait, no, sorry, we're not cooking camels. Okay, I think we got to go over this way. Come on, this way. Get out of here. Yes. We're going to take you out of the death trap that is the camel sanctuary. It's fine. Just don't touch any cactuses, because apparently it's your food, but it will also kill you. Here we go. It's painful to watch, dude. Camels? I understand why not many people use them in Minecraft now. I'll say that. For 100%. Now we're thinking with pistons, exactly. Make sure the camel keeps on moving. They're stubborn and lazy, it looks like. Yeah, something in their AI tells them to lay down so much. And then unless you have a saddle on the camel, speaking of which, I think I have a saddle in here. Yes. But so baby camels, you have no way to tell them to stand up, because the only way to force a camel to stand up is to give it a saddle, sit on top of it, and then you hit the W key and the camel will stand up. Or whatever your move forward key is, whatever console you're playing on. But the ear wiggles, true, the ear wiggles, right? Wiggle the ears. Do it. Do it, it's all you're good for. Yee! Live footage of fWhip kidnapping a camel here on YouTube. Live. Literal live, yeah. It'd be nice if they made a mode of transportation that was actually worth using besides Elytra. Yeah, everything else is just bad. Like, as soon as you add Elytra into the game, as soon as you like drop any form of comparison to Elytra, everything else loses, because no matter how fast camels move, or how fast you can move on Dolphin's Grace, or whatever it might be, you're restricted by the environment around you. Elytra just skips over any terrain, and the cost of an Elytra is not that high. But I will say, if they make Elytras worse, that will be terrible for the game. They need to make modes of transportation that are better than Elytra, that are more than just flavor. Like right now, the only reason you use anything other than Elytra is if you want to have like the other experience. Like that's it. There's no other reason. I need a fence to hook him to. Because I'm worried that if I put him in there and he grows up, he'll suffocate in the wall. So we're going to bring him inside the village for now. Until you grow up, big guy, your life is there Honestly, I might leave him there. He'd be so cute. Piston bolts for item transportation plus AFK travel. Yeah, that's true, but the amount of effort and energy that it puts into getting something like that is so much higher. Like, your average player does not know how to build a piston bolt. I don't know how to build a piston bolt. So when you start adding that type of stuff in, sure, it's definitely faster, but it also only goes in the one direction. You're still limited by whatever direction you're building the piston bolt. How do you swap between elytra and chest piece so fast? 1.19.4 added the ability to do that. Woo! If you're on the latest versions of Minecraft, you can just swap. Whoop. Flying machine. Flying machines are so slow. There's villagers on top of the building. Hold on a minute here. They're using the buildings I made for them. I love it. Ah! They're hanging out here. There's another one. Where'd he go? Yeah, look at him. They're using it. Don't fall off. Don't kill yourself, please. I'll put the sword away. I'll put the cactus away. I'll put the saddle away. That's also equally weird. Oh, that makes me so happy. The villagers are using the village. Except I do have to kidnap some of them to get them over there. Might be something. Okay, well, I basically just have to wait for Camel to breed, and I'm hungry. So, I think we're going to be calling the stream there. We did a lot of work today, so that was really good stuff. Village is coming together. I'll make random noise of happiness if I want to, thank you. Really wish it was really cool if you used the fresh animation mod. That's him nodding that yes, we're using the fresh animation mod. Yeah. Alrighty, I got a ton more work I need to do today, and cleaners are actually going to get here soon, so I gotta go. We've had all the construction stuff happening, and they're finally wrapped up enough that it's time to actually get the house re-cleaned, and we're like, oh, we don't want to do it ourselves. It's disgusting. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna go get some lunch. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful Friday, wonderful weekend. We'll be live again next week. New video dropping on Thursday with this whole village build and everything coming together in there. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody who's just jumping in now, apologies that we're ending. You can always watch the replay. It's gonna be ready right now. So thank you again so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. But I'm out of here for now. So peace out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.